20 years ago, the Western Wood Preservers Institute in Vancouver, Washington, produced another video you may have noticed on our YouTube channel, Getting It Right the First Time. We wanted to go back 20 years later and revisit some of the same sites and construction projects that were shown in that program, which were built using pressure-treated wood products from the Northwest, and see how well those projects and pressure-treated materials have held up over the years. Our first stop is one maybe familiar to you, the Oregon Coast Aquarium at Newport, Oregon. The aquarium sits inside Newport Harbor and next to Oregon State University's Hatfield Marine Science Center and NOAA's, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration's, new Marine Operations Center, so the construction and choice of building materials was very carefully considered by the architects. It had to look natural, fit in with its environment, which was the Yaquina Bay estuary, fronted by a coastal saltwater marsh and sensitive wetlands, and just a half a mile from the Pacific Ocean and salt spray. The aquarium receives about 67 inches of rain annually, along with salt mist, fog, high winds, and bleaching sun in summertime. This is one of the harshest environments for any building or construction materials. The designers wanted to have products that had a timeless appeal. It also had to have a natural feel for the visitor, and especially important, the materials used must be EPA approved and environmentally acceptable due to the proximity of sensitive and critical estuary and marsh habitat. The designers knew that wood was an obvious choice. It is plentiful, renewable, recyclable, environmentally acceptable, uses less energy in construction, and is easily workable in design. Its natural beauty would also complement their design and textures. Wood was the best choice. However, regular wood would not hold up and last over time in these harsh conditions. The answer was pressure-treated wood products from the Northwest. So, now we're back again to visit just how well their choice for building materials have held up. Here is Erin Paxson with the Oregon Coast Aquarium to see how she believes the pressure-treated wood has performed over the years.
My name is Erin Paxson, and I am the Public Relations Coordinator at the Oregon Coast Aquarium here in Newport. We are a top 10 aquarium in the country, hosting over 450,000 visitors each year. When the aquarium was originally built in 1992, our team knew that they had to select the best building materials possible to withstand the harsh conditions of the Oregon coast. Newport receives over 67 inches of precipitation annually, and we also have to cope with the saltwater influence of the adjacent marsh. As you can see behind me, the pressure-treated wood products we used building our original facility held up beautifully, both aesthetically and structurally, and we have not had to replace any of the pressure-treated wood products we used in building our original facility.
Now, let's wander around a little to see other locations here at the aquarium and examine how well the pressure-treated wood has held up, both physically and aesthetically. Notice the pressure-treated wood pilings and poles were used to frame many of the buildings. In fact, these gave a distinct, coastal, architectural flavor to the design. The poles actually set the theme for the main building and surrounding exhibits. These poles and timbers look as sound and as fresh as if they were installed yesterday, not 21 years ago. Another important criteria was a transitional attraction between the buildings and the natural feeling of the outdoor exhibits. It was also important that the architectural team specify the right hardware for the fasteners and connectors. Hot-dipped galvanized fasteners isn't enough for these tough conditions. Instead, they selected stainless steel, and as you can see, they are just as bright today as the day they were installed. Because treated wood has performed so well and looks so natural, the aquarium continued the use of preserved wood when they expanded with newer exhibits. Here is the Vulture Aviary, where treated wood building poles were used to support the netting. This is an original exhibit, the Shorebirds Aviary. Notice the unique double doorway entry. Let's take a closer look at some of the finer details and see how well it has held up to over 2 decades of coastal weather. Another very popular exhibit is the Shark Walkthrough Tank. Notice the beams at the entrance. This is an original deck and viewpoint. Here, as you will notice, we are right over sensitive estuary habitat. Great care must be taken with the right choice of environmentally friendly materials, as was done here with pressure-treated wood. It is also of interest that the Oregon Coast Aquarium has won numerous awards for their design and architecture. Now let's travel down the coast past Florence, Oregon. One last coastal stop, the boardwalk at Coos Bay. The city has made a wonderful boardwalk area for all types of festivities and celebrations. The oldest pavilion is the tugboat home of Old Number 2. This was built over 25 years ago, again only a mile from the coast on an active seaport estuary. Because the preserved wood has performed so well, the city of Coos Bay has expanded the boardwalk pavilions to include 3, to host local events, and expanded their boardwalk area also to include a local pier for traveling visitors and fishermen. These are just a few examples that were shown in our first video program. These structures all have several things in common: natural beauty, and they were made with our only truly renewable building material. They are reusable, recyclable, environmentally friendly, EPA approved, easy to build with, and they are long-lasting, requiring minimal maintenance. I think you can agree the beauty of using wood is remarkable, and the functionality of using pressure-treated wood products from the Northwest makes the best sense, naturally and environmentally. We are the Western Wood Preservers Institute. Please visit our website at www.wwpinstitute.org. It includes scientific research, technical papers on our products, sources of supply, safe use information, environmental information, EPA information, proper disposal information, and much more. We are happy to be of any assistance we can in giving you the right information about the use and practicality of pressure-treated wood products and their performance and superiority of material choices.